Hey boys, it's your boy Nick with Pick My Man, and we are back with another video. We're going to be talking about the finalized picks for UFC 293, and these are after weigh-ins and everything. We got the weigh-in pictures and everything going on here, so we're going to make final picks for UFC 293. So guys, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We just hit over 100 subscribers, so I really appreciate that from you guys. And don't forget to hit the like button, much appreciated guys. Let's get into the first fight of the night. We have Kevin Justed versus Kiefer Crosby, and I am picking Kiefer Crosby as an underdog. I'm gonna pick him by knockout, but if you guys are gonna be looking to betting on this fight, I would advise maybe take the dog shot here, because Kevin Justed isn't the best defensively. He doesn't have the best striking defense defensively, doesn't have the best takedowns. He's okay all around. He probably has a bigger frame in this fight over Kiefer Crosby, but Kiefer Crosby has good hands. He's got good power in his hands. He's got good boxing. He's been competing in the boxing round too, so I think he can touch Kevin Justed up on the feet and hurt him here. I'm gonna go Kiefer Crosby by knockout. Let's look at the weigh-ins. Kiefer Crosby looks like a low tank, man. This dude is a Justed is definitely the taller, more lankier fighter, but Justed is probably going to be more explosive, I think. I want to see if he can close the distance on Justed. I think Justed doesn't move all that well in the inside. I think he's going to get hit in the pocket. Both guys are in good shape. Both of them look pretty damn good. Not a big size difference, but noticeable difference in size though. But anyhow, let's get into the next fight. We have Shane Young versus Gabriel Miranda, and I'm still gonna go with underdog here. I'm gonna go with the Gabriel Miranda. One thing to notice, guys, Shane Young missed weight, by the way. He missed weight by 4 pounds. So Gabriel Miranda looks in amazing shape right now. I mean, this dude came made weight right on the scales, and looked amazing, didn't look sucked in or anything. And Young just looks outsized here a little bit. I feel like Miranda is going to be bigger here in this fight. As long as, he is a little bit bigger. As long as he doesn't gas out after the first round, I think Miranda can win this fight. Yeah, he is a little bit bigger. He is going to have a size advantage here. Both guys in pretty good shape. It's going to be a good banger fight. I'm going to say under 2.5 rounds at -140 should hit in this fight. I don't see either of these guys going over 2.5. Okay, let's get into the next fight on the prelims. We have Mike Blood Diamond versus Charles Radke. And let's look at the scales first. Charles Radke looking in really good shape. Looks ripped. We can see a 6-pack there too. Blood Diamond looks how he normally looks. He's smiling up there, laughing. Looks pretty confident. So Blood Diamond, we know Blood Diamond is not really going to be looking to defend takedowns. Doesn't have the best takedown defense, but he did take a year off, so maybe he is making some improvements out of that city kickboxing gym. But at 35 years old, how many improvements can he really make at this point in his career? I think Charles Radke is gonna win this fight. He can win on the feet too, but I think Charles Radke is gonna be mixing in takedowns, and he's gonna find a choke on him at some point. Mike Diamond doesn't defend, isn't all that good off his back, so I think he's gonna be in trouble if this fight hits the ground. Let's look at them face off. Both of them look to be similar sizes. Blood Diamond a little bit taller, maybe like an inch. And just Charles Radke seems a little bit bigger in this picture. So yeah, I'm gonna go Charles Radke by submission. Let's go to the next fight now. We have Nasrat Haqparast versus Landon Quinones. Nasrat Haqparast has had over 10 fights in the UFC, and this is Landon Quinones' UFC debut. I'm kind of shocked that UFC actually signed Landon Quinones, seeing he got choked out in the first round by a UFC veteran on the Ultimate Fighter this year's season. So I don't know why the UFC signed him. Maybe they were looking for a fight for Nazareth Haqparast and they couldn't really find anyone else. And maybe that's why they gave Quinones this opportunity. So Quinones is 7-1 in his career. Both of these guys fight very similar game plans. Both of them like mixing in takedowns. Both of them like kickboxing from the outside. Both of them don't like to take a lot of risk in the fights. They don't like to brawl. Nazareth Haqparast, he likes to fight clean. He doesn't like when fights get dirty. He's probably gonna win a decision here. I'm gonna go Nazareth Haqparast by decision. He's a big favorite here. Personally, I'm not putting Haqparast in any of my big parlays, but if you guys are, good luck to you guys. Let's look at the scales now. Quinones looks okay. He looks kind of in good shape. He's looking pretty buffed up. Haqparast looks like the bigger guy here between the two. Doesn't seem to be a big size difference. Both of them seem very similar size guys. Yeah, we're gonna go Haqparast on the scorecards. Let's go to the next fight. We have Jamie Mullarkey going up against John Makdessi, and Jamie Mullarkey is 16-6 at 6 feet tall with a 74-inch reach. John Makdessi 18-8, fighting out of Canada, 5'8", with the 68-inch reach. So Jamie Mullarkey is gonna have all the advantages here. He's a much younger fighter by like 10 years, I think, and he's gonna have a height advantage here. He's gonna be the bigger guy here. He's gonna have a reach advantage of 6 inches, which is pretty big, and he is gonna have a grappling advantage here. I expect Mullarkey to be getting the takedowns on Makdessi, and even staying on the outside and touching Makdessi up with his strikes. I don't think Makdessi has the power at 38 years old to put a guy like Mullarkey away, because that's the only problem that Mullarkey has. He gets complacent with his striking defense sometimes, and then he gets clipped on the feet by young up-and-comer fighters like Jalen Turner and Muhammad Naimov in his last fight. That's the only thing that worries me about Mullarkey, but this fight is a get-right spot for Mullarkey. I think the UFC wants him to get a win here in front of his hometown. And I don't think Makdessi really has it anymore at 38 years old. Yeah, sure, he's got volume, he's got good pace, he's got good pressure, but I don't think he's going to be able to beat a guy like Jamie Mullarkey here. We're going to go Jamie Mullarkey on the scorecards. It could be a knockout on ground and pound, or maybe a decision. I'm going to go decision for Mullarkey. Let's look at them on the scales. Makdessi looks in pretty good shape relative. Mullarkey looks, he's got the six-pack popping up. Looks ripped. Much bigger guy. You can tell Makdessi should have been fighting at featherweight, in my opinion. He was never really a big guy for lightweight. Only thing that worries me is the chin for Jamie Mullarkey, but I don't think a guy like Makdessi, who hasn't knocked out anyone since 2015, is gonna be able to find that big shot on a guy like Mullarkey. But yeah, we're gonna go Mullarkey on the scorecards. Let's go to the next fight now. We have Jack Jenkins going up against Chepe the Machine Gun Marisco, and let's look at the scales now. We have a Chepe with the red. Some of his he's got a red fade color. Looks pretty dope though. He's pretty looks pretty ripped, to be honest. Looks in good shape. Chepe is always coming out there. This dude is an absolute junkyard dog. He's always gonna bring the fight to his opponent. So I am expecting a very competitive fight, very close fight. Both of these guys are very well matched. I think the odds are not right. I think the line for Jenkins is kind of wide, but I understand why Jenkins is the favorite, because he's the more probably has the speed advantage here. Probably is more technical on the feet. Probably I don't know if he has the grappling advantage here over a guy like Chepe Marisco, who's competed in everything pretty much. Has a good takedown defense. He was taking down Trevor Peek at 155. So you gotta think Chepe Marisco is the strong dude for 145. But I think Jenkins, he's gonna have success with the leg kicks, with the body kicks. I think he's gonna really rip Chepe's legs apart with those kicks. And I think he can mix in a takedown here and there. But this is gonna be a very close fight. I'm not super confident on either guy here. I think this is a 50-50 fight, but I'm going to give the edge to Jenkins. I'm going to pick Jenkins on the scorecards. I'm picking a lot of fighters on the scorecards, but we're probably going to have a lot of finishes, to be honest. I hope we have a lot of finishes, but these are some tough fighters, man. Let's look at them facing out. Both of them look similar sized. Neither guy has a big size advantage here between the two. So we're gonna go Jack Jenkins on the scorecards. Let's go to the next fight. Now we have the featured prelim of the night. We have Carlos Ulberg versus Da Woon Jung. We have Carlos Ulberg with the record of 9-1, fighting out of New Zealand at 6'4" with a 77-inch reach. On the other hand, we have Da Woon Jung. Is it Da Woon Jung or Da Woon Jung? I don't really understand if it's Da Woon Jung or Da Woon Jung. This dude, I think they changed his name on Tapology. He's like Da Woon Jung. I swear I thought he was Da Woon Jung, isn't he? Da Woon Jung. Yeah, it's Da Woon Jung here, but then it's Da Woon Jung here. Doesn't make any sense to me. But anyhow, man. So we have two strikers mainly going at a. Da Woon Jung can mix in a takedown here and there, but he's mostly a striker himself. Da Woon Jung has a record of 15-4 with the one no contest, fighting out of South Korea. His height is 6'4" with the 78.5-inch reach, so he's gonna have a 1.5-inch reach advantage here. But I don't think it's gonna be much of a difference. I think Carlos Ulberg has a big striking advantage here. He's probably gonna have the power advantage on the feet. I think he's more crisp with his counters. He's got a very good check left hook. He's knocked out his last 3 opponents in the first round. That's why Carlos Ulberg is my lock of the week, guys. Let's look at the scales. Da Woon Jung looks to be in pretty good shape, to be honest. Both of them look absolutely ripped, but I think Ulberg looks to be in a little bit better shape. Looks a little bit more ripped, and both of them. I think both of them this is gonna be a banger fight. I think Da Woon Jung's gonna look to trade in the pocket. But from what I heard, people say that Da Woon Jung is taking this camp very serious. He doesn't want to lose 3 fights in a row. But since I did pick against him as my lock of the week. We're gonna go with the Ulberg as my lock of the week by knockout. Da Woon Jung makes me a little bit nervous because at one point he was on like a 16-fight unbeaten streak, but doesn't make me nervous enough to the point where I'm gonna go cash out my bets on Ulberg. I got like 4 units on Ulberg and parlays and everything. Yeah, I'm very confident in Carlos Ulberg. I think he's gonna win by knockout in the first or second round. Let's go to the next fight on the main card now, guys. We're gonna move on to the main card. We have Tyson Pedro going up against Anton Turkalj. Tyson Pedro has a record of 9 wins and 4 losses, fighting out of Australia at 6 feet 3 inches tall with the 79-inch reach. We have Anton Turkalj with a record of 8 wins and 2 losses, fighting out of Sweden. He trains out of I think he's training out of Hamzat's training camp for this fight. His height is 6 feet 4 inches tall with the 78 inches reach. So he's gonna be 1 inch reach disadvantage. I don't think it's gonna be a big difference. So we all know Tyson Pedro is a very good, well-rounded guy. He's got good grappling, good striking, very technical on the feet. His problem has always been in the UFC, in his 10 fights in the UFC, I think, his problem has always been his cardio. Every time he goes past the first round, he pretty much just falls off a cliff. And he's got good wins in the UFC. I mean, he's got wins over guys like Khalil Rountree and Paul Craig Jones. Paul Craig. I mean, so he's got good wins over some good high level guys, but that's the one thing he's gotta fix. His hole is he doesn't know how to pace himself. Every time he goes past the first round, he does just pretty much is a sitting duck there. He's not a guy that you're gonna go out there and finish, but you can beat him by outworking him in the second and third round. I did pick Anton Turkalj at first in this fight, but since they are going to be fighting in front of Tyson Pedro's home crowd, and I don't think Pedro's going to be looking to lose this fight. I think he's going to pace himself better. I think he's going to I think he's going to learn from that fight against Modestas Bukauskas, which he lost. He was a big favorite against Modestas Bukauskas, but in this fight, they're even money. So that's why I like Tyson Pedro here. I think Tyson Pedro, I have him as one of my best bets here. I think he can put in. I think he's gonna be the much more technical striker on the feet. As long as his gas tank doesn't empty. As long as he doesn't run out of gas, I think Tyson Pedro can win this fight anywhere he goes. If he does run out of gas, I think Turkalj can maybe outwork him and win by decision. But I think Tyson Pedro gets it done. Let's look at the scales on both of these guys. Turkalj doesn't look super ripped, but he looks to be in pretty good shape. I think he always looks like that, to be honest. Looks pretty confident. Then we have Tyson Pedro, looks absolutely ripped. Those tattoos looks pretty dope. Then we have them facing off at each other. We have Tyson Pedro not really making eye contact, but yeah, both of them are very similar size guys. I'm gonna take Tyson Pedro because I like his striking, technical striking on the feet. He's much more crisp with his striking, and as long as he doesn't run out of gas, I think he can stay safe with the submissions of Turkalj, and not get submitted by Turkalj and outstrike a guy like Turkalj on the feet. Turkalj is a very hard guy to put away, but Tyson Pedro has put away all of his Weighins. But I'm not super confident that he is gonna put away Turkalj. But if Tyson Pedro does win, that's how he normally wins. He wins in the first round. At plus money, I think maybe sprinkle Tyson Pedro at plus 330. I think Tyson Pedro in the first round, he could probably get it done. I got like a quarter of a unit on Tyson Pedro in the first round. Okay guys, let's go to the next fight now. In the next fight we have Justin Badman Tafa going up against Austin, the NFL footballer Lane. That's not his nickname. I just made that up for him. But guys, we've had many NFL footballers in the UFC, but it's never really worked out for them. They're really athletic fighters, but they don't really have the best shin. They're not able to take big shots. Guys like Justin Tafa, who are Samoan like type of guys, like Mark Hunt, and he's built like a fucking this dude's got a chin of just an absolute concrete chin, and I think Austin Lane, he was doing good in the first fight before that no contest, before he poked Justin Tafa in the eye, and he was landing some body kicks. But I think as we get deeper in the fight in the first round, I think Austin Lane's gonna get comfortable landing his strikes. He's gonna think, oh, I'm touching Justin Tafa up, I'm landing my body kicks, I'm landing my leg kicks now. I'm gonna go in for my boxing. I'm gonna start landing my hands now. I think he's gonna crash into the pocket. I think Justin Tafa is gonna land a counter on him, and I think Justin Tafa is gonna land one of those big lunch boxes. He's gonna throw a big lunch boxes at Austin Lane, and he's gonna send Austin Lane packing back to NFL, and he's gonna send him back to playing football. So Justin Tafa by first round knockout. Let's look at the scales. Let's look at both of these guys on the scales. We have Austin Lane. This dude is an absolute tower of a guy. so tall and so long for the weight class, but it's never really worked out for these tall, rangy, long strikers like Austin Lane. Justin Tafa has very good takedown defense. Also, he's got 100% takedown defense. Never gets taken down in the UFC. I don't think Austin Lane's gonna be the one taking him down. If Austin Lane is able to stay on the outside, uses kicks, uses body kicks, and not crash into the pocket, I think Austin Lane wins the fight. But I don't see that happening. I see Austin Lane getting complacent with his striking defense, crashing into the pocket, and with the chin up on the center line. I think Austin Lane's gonna land one of those big nukes on. I think Justin Tafa is gonna land one of those big nukes on Lane and put him to bed. I think Lane's going to sleep in this fight. There's a big size difference for Austin Lane. He's much taller, probably much bigger. But I think Tafa has the edge in a better chin, more power. He just has to land one big shot and he can put Austin Lane out. I think Tafa's life for knockout as long as the fight is on. So we're gonna go Tafa by knockout in the first round. Let's go to the next fight. Now we have the flyweights going at it. We have the top 10 flyweight Manal Cap with a record of 18 wins and 6 losses, fighting out of Angola, standing at 5 feet 5 inches tall, with a 68-inch reach. We don't have stats on Felipe Dos Santos, but he is 22 years old, so he's still very young. He just had one fight in LFA. Didn't look too didn't look too sharp in that fight, in his LFA fight, but he looked like he knew what he was doing. He's slowly learning the game of MMA. He is gonna be getting better, but this is too big of a step up at too early. I think we saw last UFC card when a guy from the fighting on the regional comes into the UFC and fights a top 10 guy. We know what happens. Guskov got absolutely dropped with a big right. I think it was a left hook by Ozdemir, and Ozdemir then choked him out in the first round. They just don't have the experience at this level, and sometimes they're so nervous making their UFC debut. And I think Felipe Dos Santos, he's never fought in front of this many people before. He's never been at this high level before. Yeah, sure, he fights out of Diego Box, Diego Lima, and all of those guys bring the fight every time. They bring the fire every time. But man, Manal Cap is a dangerous dude. This dude throws flying knees. He's got nasty power for a flyweight. He's knocked out his last two opponents out of 3 opponents in the first round, and I think he's gonna find Dos Santos in the first round and knock him out. I'm gonna go Manal Cap by knockout in the first round. Let's look at the scales. I think Dos Santos is a little bit taller, but I think Cap is gonna be the more explosive guy, the more technical guy on the feet. He can go for takedowns if he needs to. Big experience, high level experience edge for Manal Cap. He's a 4-1 favorite for a reason, and I think Manal Cap gets it done by knockout. Yeah, I feel bad for this kid for they're putting him right into the Shark Tank at 22 years old, but this will be a good learning experience for him. I do think Dos Santos will have some experience later on in his as he gets older into his prime, but this is too soon for him. Manal Cap by knockout, and he's safe enough to put in parlays. I think Manal Cap is really one of those guys that you definitely want to put in your parlays because he's 100% gonna win this fight. Okay, guys, let's go to the. Did we watch the? They didn't face off, I guess. They faced off from far away. They kept them far, I guess. Oh, they did face off here. There we go. So there we go. Both of them look very similar. Dos Santos just a little bit taller, but yeah, Cap by knockout in the first round. Let's go to the next fight now. We're at the co-main event of the evening. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below for the algorithm for your boy. And if you guys appreciate the content that I'm making, I have placed an order for a camera, so I can't wait to make more better quality content for you guys. I was trying to figure out how to use my phone camera to record myself while I make these picks videos, but I couldn't really get the hang of it. It seems way too complicated for me, if I'm being honest. But anyhow, let's get into the co-main event. We have two big heavyweights, top 10 heavyweights going at it. We have Tai Tuivasa, who's got a fan-friendly brawling style on the feet. He's a big, he's not like a wild brawler or anything. He's got good technical striking, good boxer. Doesn't throw many body kicks. He throws leg kicks though. But this is a really hard matchup for Tai Tuivasa. I think Volkov is looking really good right now. Volkov has a record of 36 wins, 10 losses. Fights out of Russia at 6 feet 7 inches tall, with the reach of 80 inches. We have Tai Tuivasa on the other hand with the record of 15 wins and 5 losses. Fights out of Australia. He's going to be fighting in front of his home crowd this Saturday. He's 6 feet 2 inches tall. He's going to be much shorter than Volkov here in this fight. I think Volkov is going to be much bigger between these two guys. Let's look at the weigh-ins, guys. So we have the weigh-ins here. Volkov looking very good, in very good shape. Every embedded video you see, this dude is putting in so much hard work and training. You see him training hard, man. He is not taking Tai Tuivasa lightly. He's taking him very serious, and Volkov looks to be in much better shape. If this fight goes to decision, I think Volkov wins. If this fight goes past the first 2 rounds, I think Volkov wins. If this fight finishes in the first round, it could be for either guy. I think this is at 265. Yeah, sure, technical skills matter, but these are two big boys, and they're gonna be throwing big nukes at each other. And whoever lands first, I think they're gonna really hurt their opponents. And both of them, Volkov is much bigger here, man. My official pick is Alexander Volkov by knockout. On the money line, I mean, I think he's gonna knock him out, but man, I have Tai Tuivasa as one of my best bets, because you're getting him at plus 200, and he's fighting in front of his home crowd. He's gonna have a chip on his shoulder, so I think Tuivasa is gonna bring the fire. I just think Volkov is gonna be too much, man. He's training so hard in the camp. He looks so much improved in his last 2 fights. No shame losing to Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is a top 3 guy at heavyweight, in my opinion. No shame in losing to Gone by decision for Volkov. I think Volkov gets it done, guys. Volkov on the by knockout or scorecards. I'm gonna say Alexander Volkov on the scorecards. I don't know if he knocks out Tuivasa. Tuivasa is so tough, man. But he has taken a lot of damage in his last 2 fights by Sergey Pavlovich and Cyril Gane. So I don't know if he's gonna have the same chin that he used to have back in the day. Yeah, the official pick is Alexander Volkov on the money line. But I'm a big fan of Tai Tuivasa, so I am a little bit biased. That's why I have him as one of my best bets. Tai Tuivasa by round 1 is plus 500. Tai Tuivasa round 2 is plus 1,000, which is absolutely crazy. Maybe drop like $10-$20 on Tuivasa by round 1 and round 2, and you will get big plus money there. But the official pick is Volkov by later round TKO or decision. Okay, guys, we're in the main event of the evening. You know what's up with this fight. We don't really need to get deep into this. We have Israel Adesanya with a record of 24-2, the best middleweight on planet Earth right now. No one's the only other closest guy to him I would say is probably Pereira and Dricus Duplessis right now. But Israel Adesanya, this dude is an absolute killer, absolute monster at 185. So skilled, man, so smart in there. Has a high fight IQ. Really good at setting traps for his opponents. Fights out in Nigeria, 6'4" with the 80-inch reach. We have Sean Strickland on the other hand with the record of 27 wins and 5 losses. Fights out of United States of America with the height of 6 feet tall, 1 inch, with the reach of 76 inches. So he's gonna be 4 inches in a reach disadvantage here. I think he's just gonna stay at range. I think he's gonna be setting traps like he did against Paulo Costa. I think Sean Strickland's gonna have a hard time finding Izzy with his hands, and I think he's gonna get frustrated. He's gonna be looking to maybe showcase a little bit in there. Sean Strickland loves to do that, and I think he's just gonna be ripping those leg kicks of Sean Strickland. Strickland doesn't really check any leg kicks at all. I think he's just gonna be landing those body kicks also. The power advantage is gonna go to Israel Adesanya. The higher level experience advantage is gonna go to Israel Adesanya. The grappling advantage is gonna go to Sean Strickland, but he doesn't really grapple all that much. The durability is probably gonna go to Israel Adesanya, I'd say. The striking defense, I think Israel Adesanya has probably the better striking defense. He's fought the much higher level competition, even though he has 57% striking defense. It's better because he's fought so many world title fights, and he's been in so many 5-round fights and fought the best of the best at 185. He absorbs much less significant strikes from his opponents. Lands about 50% significant strikes, which is very, very high. I think Izzy gets it done. I'm gonna say Izzy finds a big shot on him, sets him up, and knocks him out. Let's look at the scales now, guys. We have Sean Strickland first. Looks in very good shape. Looks absolutely ripped. Then we have Israel Adesanya. Looks a little bit sucked in on the eyes. I think the weight cuts probably affected him a little bit, but he's used to it by now. Both of these guys are professionals, and Strickland always smiles every time he faces off. He just can't. He just gets nervous, or I think he just smiles because he feels weird. Maybe he feels just awkward. But yeah, there we go. They didn't have a face-off picture. There we go, face-off. Yeah, Izzy gets it done any way he wants. I don't know how. If Sean Strickland wins this fight, I'll be really, really shocked. And I think everyone would be really shocked if Sean Strickland pulls it out. But guys, those are the finalized picks for UFC 293. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We just hit over 100 subscribers. And we have been killing it with the best bets, safety parlay, and the value props. Don't forget to check out the best bets video and the safety parlay video. And the lock of the week once again is Carlos Oberg by knockout. And the best bets are as follows: Jamie Malarkey on the money line, Jack Jenkins on the money line, Tai Tuivasa on the money line. And then for the last best bet, we have under 4.5 in the Strickland versus Adesanya fight. I think those are the best bets that I have for you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the sub button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck on all your bets this weekend. I hope you guys make a lot of money, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a comment below who your most confident picks are on this card, who your parlays are, who you have the most money on this card. Let me know if you guys agree with my picks on this card. If you guys disagree, leave a comment below, and I would love to discuss the fights with you guys. And good luck on all your bets once again. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself. Later, guys.